Get the front seats to all the highlights on your World of Champions 2018 Dakar Rally. Proudly brought to you by Toyota.
Bienvenidos al Dakar.
Hoy es la etapa 7.
La Paz, Uyuni.
¡Viva Bolivia!
Welcome to Dakar 2018. After a rest day in La Paz, the world's biggest rally returns with a vengeance. On the menu today, part one of a marathon stage to a uni, and that means no assistance if the favourites get in trouble. Another dramatic day on the cards.
Only 10 kilometers from downtown La Paz is one of the most extraordinary natural phenomena in an already spectacular Bolivian countryside. Valle de la Luna, the Valley of the Moon. Not strictly speaking a valley, it's actually a maze of canyons formed as different strengths of rock have eroded at different speeds over thousands of years of attack by the harsh, mountainous climate.
At this time of year, we mainly have Asian visiting, but there are tourists from around the world all year round. The earth is like plastic. The formations are due to the rain, the sun, and the wind, and that's how this place was made. There are two main paths in the valley. For those who don't have much time, there's a 15-minute trek, but there's also a 45-minute path. On the long circuit, you can see more sites like the Ladies' Hat, the Turtle Hill, the Windows to the South, and the Chinchillas Jump. All those sites are famous in the Valle de la Luna.
Legend has it that one famous visitor, astronaut Neil Armstrong, was the one who named it the Valley of the Moon, noting the similarity to what he witnessed from Apollo 11 in 1969. Whether or not that's true, the lunar landscape is definitely out of this world.
Previously in the bikes, as the Dakar arrived in Bolivia, the top four were separated by just 9.5 minutes. We have to keep calm. Our rivals are still there, but they can make mistakes.
Now is time to attack, and yeah, we will see who make the best job.
We've got a tough second week coming up. I'll try to do as well as I did in the first. We're going to fight every day to win. That's our dream. I know I want it. The bike riders will have been glad of a rest before getting stuck into part one of this marathon stage, a 302-kilometre liaison before tackling the rally's second longest timed section, 425 kilometres at over 3,500 metres above sea level. A marathon stage makes it harder for the teams to manage. The Dakar isn't just about speed. It's a race where you have to control many different aspects. Our competitors will have to do without mechanics. They will only have limited assistance. That means that in all likelihood, the pace of the race will drop slightly. It'll be primordial then for the riders to look after their machines. A marathon stage means no assistance at the uni bivouac tonight. High altitude, rain and mud to deal with in this 7th stage, but but that wasn't enough to dampen the local spirits at the start line. A VIP guest for the start of the day's proceedings, the Bolivian President Evo Morales. The head of state greeting the top home rider in the class, Daniel Nasiglia. Nasiglia coming into this one 14th overall and just 48 minutes off the lead. Well, the presidential send-off clearly did him a world of good. The Bolivian, whose brother Walter abandoned on stage 4, was only 20 minutes off the pace. Diego Martin Duplessis, 15th overall last year, claimed a superb 4th place for the MEC team on stage 6th. However, the Argentine dropped 25 minutes in today's stage. Now here's another Benavides who is doing the family name proud. Kevin's younger brother Luciano, who came into the stage as the leader of the rookie class. As for big bro Kevin, he became the first Argentine in Dakar history to lead the class on stage 6. The Honda man with an advantage of just 1 minute 57 seconds over Adrian van Beveren at the start of the day. So getting stuck into the action and a solid ride from Stefan Svitko. The Slovakian, runner-up 2 years ago, around 10 minutes back in 7th place. He's 10th overall. After making a very consistent start to the rally, Pablo Quintanilla lost nearly half an hour on stage 5. The world champion will have been reassured by his efforts today. 5th place for him. Toby Price riding with KTM teammate Antoine Mayo, the stage 6 winner. Price, the 2016 champion, finished in 4th place. The Australians continuing to improve after almost a year off the bike. Another day, another excellent ride from Benavides. He may not have kept hold of the overall lead, but he finished in 3rd place, just 8 minutes off the leader. Now what a Dakar Adrian van Beveren is having. After impressing on the sand, the Frenchman put in another superb performance today for Yamaha to come 2nd. As a bonus, he even reclaimed the overall lead. Every day I try to do my best. There's no particular strategy to attack on specific days, for the time being anyway. Well, in the end it was a bittersweet day for Joan Barreda. The Spaniard put the hammer down from the get-go and stormed into the lead. He was close to becoming the virtual leader at one point. In the end, he would claim his 3rd stage win of 2018 and in style. However, at the 300-kilometre mark, he suffered a serious crash that may spell an end to his Dakar. Yeah, I suffered a big crash at kilometre 300 when I went off-piste, and I think that I may have broken my knee because I was completely unstable. I'm in real pain. It was very tough to ride after that. We'll simply have to see what we can do this evening. Well, Barreda arriving at the uni bivouac and going straight to the medical tent. It does say something about the Spaniard that he was able to win the stage after riding injured for over 100 kilometres. There are now doubts, though, hanging over the rest of his Dakar adventure. So this was how they lined up on the stage. In the end, Van Beveren and Benavides closing the gap on Barreda. Price and Quintanilla coming in at 4th and 5th. So Van Beveren regains the race lead from Benavides. Barreda closing the gap to 4 minutes 45. Walkner and Price in 4th and 5th. And so onto the quads. Pablo Capetti looking to boost his chances of repeating a podium finish from last year, but the Argentine had lost almost 25 minutes by the halfway stage. For a change, it wasn't such a dominant performance today from Ignacio Casale. He lost 10 minutes in 50 kilometres midway through the stage, but he should still retain a comfortable overall lead. Francis Axel Lutry doing a fine job. He was leading at checkpoint 2. Now Keith Coonan has seen it all on the Dakar, completing the rally in bikes, cars, trucks and quads. But the current quads world champions well off the pace, almost 3 hours back. Meanwhile, another impressive outing for Nelson Sanabria. He's the only Paraguayan on the Dakar this year. After coming third on stage 6, he was battling for victory with Dutry at the halfway stage.
On the Dakar, the clock never stops. Night falls in the dunes of Peru as the mechanics of Christian Lavier try to find his stranded car.
It's too dangerous now. It's too risky at night. We'll take the necessary time to go and get the car and repair it, but we'd rather lose 1 hour walking than lose a night or more to get the car out with a truck.
Meanwhile, at the bivouac, it's a short night for the mechanics and the shepherds of the Dakar at race headquarters, who have a virtual eye on the competitors still trapped in the dunes.
The medical team that is here tonight will stay and sleep with you. If you have a problem, come and see us. We have food, we have water. I spoke to race headquarters and asked them what is planned for you tomorrow. They told me that all those who will manage to get out of this place and return to the bivouac will be able to start tomorrow's stage.
They know that there are people who are making sure that they remain on the course. If they stop, then we call them to get news. We make sure we know who is doing what, if some of them are working on the car or if others are sleeping, for example. 400 meters and we've already climbed 2 mountains.
It's a never-ending story for mechanics, management, Dakar Originals and race organisers.
We're on our way to meet you, but the dunes are huge, so we're coming on foot. We are 1,000 meters away.
Nighttime is what I prefer on the Dakar, but I also need to get some sleep. I like this feeling, but also know that I lack sleeping hours to be fit and ready for tomorrow.
There are always places where people are working, whether it's us, members of security, or the mechanics in different teams. Some competitors arrive and still have to work on their navigation for the next day. There are the Dakar Originals who still have to work on their bikes as well. So there are always people working, or just having a chat because it's a nice moment together, a bit more relaxed. It's always active on the Dakar.
Previously in the cars, the first week of Dakar 2018 has been an attack of the elements. But the strongest have risen above. 27 minutes is a lot and a little. The plan is to drive well and survive, and if I feel good, to attack.
We are 4 overall now, and we try to finish in podium.
The lead is very fragile. If I start to attack, I risk making mistakes. My strategy continues to be find a calm and safe rhythm.